Coming up, we meet Tzu New Shoe Scholarship recipient Shen Caihua of Taichung, Taiwan. TIMA Philippines held a free eye clinic at a high school in Tacloban on behalf of 400 residents. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Helen. Liao. Thank you for joining us. To extend their assistance to Syrian refugees in Turkey, in just 2 days, the Tzu Syrian Refugee Relief Team handed out much-needed relief items and cash cards to a total of 2,500 Syrian families. As schools in the country just recently started a new semester, the team also delivered new stationery to students of the Menahai Primary and Secondary School. Here's our report.
Assalamu alaikum.
On the first day back to school, Syrian children are showered with gifts. Tzu volunteers in Turkey always give these students more than they expect.
Last year, around this time, we were still discussing about ways to establish the school. Initially, Brother Hu hoped to launch a school with a dormitory for students to stay in. What we have achieved so far is truly incredible.
After much hard work on the part of Tzu volunteers, in less than a year, the second campus of Menahai Primary and Secondary School is established. Now 1,600 Syrian children can finally put the emotional scars of war behind them and embrace a brighter future in school.
With love, these children are like flowers that are blooming beautifully.
Unfortunately, there are still tens and thousands of Syrian refugees in Sultan Ghazi who are living in hardship. The Tzu Syrian Refugee Relief Team is holding relief distributions to ensure that 2,500 Syrian households have the means to get through the cold winter.
Syrian refugees in Turkey have to face many work-related problems. Many refugees don't have work permits, so they can only ask their children to work as child labor. Children are then forced to quit school, which will affect their quality of life. If this problem is not addressed now, it will turn into a serious social problem in the future.
Each family will receive 16 relief items and a cash card with a value close to $10 US. DaAi reporters are also on site to document and deliver first-hand news back to Taiwan through their cell phones.
The pressure and workload have doubled. I need to take care of the video camera and take pictures with my cell phone from time to time. If the file transfers back to Taiwan successfully, I need to contact my colleagues back home immediately. It is very nerve-wracking.
DaAi reporters hope their effort can make the public back home more aware of the Syrian refugee crisis and perhaps do something to help. 21-year-old Shen Caihua of Taichung, Taiwan lost both her parents at a young age and has been raised by her grandparents. Despite her circumstances, Caihua has not given in to faith but continues to rise above the overwhelming challenges in life. Her academic achievements have made her the winner at Tzu New Shoe Scholarship Award for the 4th year in a row.
Every 2 weeks, Shen Caihua returns to her hometown in Taichung to visit her grandparents. Whenever she's home, she always helps her grandparents with the household chores. In the eyes of family and friends, Caihua is a considerate child, mature beyond her years.
When we first met her, she was still a little girl. Even then, she was very thoughtful and mature. She was always smiling whenever we saw her.
Tzu volunteers first entered this family's life 8 years ago. Having lost her parents at a young age, Caihua only has her grandparents to rely on. Reminded of the past, Caihua's grandmother could no longer hold back the tears. Sharing an unbreakable bond with her grandmother, come Mother's Day each year, Caihua always presents her grandmother with a handmade card to say thank you.
I often tell my grandmother how much I love her and miss her. This way she can feel my love for her.
Always striving to do her very best, Caihua has obtained her nursing license, giving her a second specialism in addition to cosmetology, which she studied after graduating from vocational school. Her outstanding academic performance has made her a winner of Tzu Chi's New Shoot Scholarship Award 4 years in a row. In order to save money and reduce expenses, Caihua works part-time at school to help offset a portion of her accommodation fees.
She hands over to her grandparents the monthly subsidies that Tzu Chi provides her. Such filial piety is so rare nowadays.
I was able to graduate from junior high because of the kind assistance I received. One day, I also hope to help struggling students on their educational path as well.
Grateful for all the help she has received, Caihua hopes that she may one day pay this love forward to help underprivileged students reach for their dreams and progress towards a brighter future.
Tzu Chi Senior High School, affiliated with Tzu Chi University, held a coming-of-age ceremony for 181 senior students. At the ceremony, students are required to make fried rice, tie neckties, and accomplish other tasks that test their independent living skills, as well as remind them they have come to a landmark in life.
Making fried rice is one of the activities of the coming-of-age ceremony held at Tzu Chi Senior High School affiliated with Tzu Chi University. At the ceremony, these youngsters are asked to accomplish tasks that help them realize they need to shoulder more responsibilities.
We enhance their independent living skills, and in a way, we test them on what they have learned in the 3 years at Tzu Chi Senior High School. We hope it will help them accomplish their goals in the future.
A row of neckties and mirrors is the first stop on their etiquette test. Tzu Chen and Yi De parents supervise the students on tying neckties, hoping they will understand the importance of proper attire.
This experience will help me learn proper etiquette for future job interviews.
At another stop, two students pair up and walk, wearing flattened PET bottles on their feet. This test helps the students understand how impoverished Haitians wear PET bottles as shoes, so they can cherish their own blessings.
Tzu Chen and Yi De parents remind us to recycle. We also learn in Tzu Chi Elementary School that we cannot continue to harm the planet.
Through these games and tests, designed by the school and Tzu Chen and Yi De parents, the students learn to shoulder more responsibilities, a precious lesson that will last a lifetime.
In a weekly series on young vegetarians, today we meet Zhang Enzi, who has been embracing vegetarianism for 3 years and even cooks vegetarian food.
Crack the eggs in a container and add some corn before mixing it. Then pour the batter into a frying pan and flip it when one side is done. Cook it until it's ready to be served. My brother had a talk with the master, so I began to go meatless with him. I also feel for the poor animals who cry and suffer when being killed. Eating a lot of meat is bad for our health and makes us fat. Embracing vegetarianism, we can cook without taking the time to defrost meat.
She's able to calm down after going meatless. She used to say, "This is mine and that is yours." But now she shares with people. She used to cry when something went wrong, but now she simply let it go. Let me tell you this, when she was in first grade, I told my son to wake her up at 6:30 a.m. She would then stomp on the floor and become angry. She has changed now. She'll tell you, okay, I'll get up soon. She no longer gets angry.
好，等一下我会起来，就是不会闹的脾气。就是回来会体贴父母亲。
She now knows to be filial. If we are not feeling well, she'll ask you what the cause is. If we have sore shoulders, she'll massage them for us. When we have been to the doctors, she reminds us to take our medication.
她还会叮咛你。
In the past, I'd get distracted in the middle of my violin practice. Now I've changed. I can calm my mind and focus on practicing.
In both Taipei and Taichung, Tzuji's medical staff and volunteers are serving their respective communities to keep the circle of love going. Let's take a look.
In celebrating Double Ninth Festival, TIMA and Zhenxing Hospital teamed up once again to hold a joint free clinic at the Tzuji Guandu grounds.
The growth at your kneecap is easier to deal with. It's outside of your joint, so it's easy. Actually, the Double Ninth Festival means a lot to our hospital. For the past few years, we have come every year. I think this is a great opportunity for doctors at our hospital as well. Thank you, Tzu Ji, for giving us this opportunity so that we may have a chance to serve our community.
By taking time from their busy schedule to serve, these medical professionals are demonstrating their dedication to seniors in the community.
Our jawbone is the foundation for our teeth. If something is wrong with the foundation, the teeth will shake too.
Complete with dentistry, oncology, geriatrics and gerontology, and various other departments, the free clinic aims to deliver comprehensive care to the elderly. Over in Taichung, Tzu Ji volunteers are working with children instead. As 5-year-old Xiaofeng is lifted up into the air, he is amazed by this unusual sensation.
He is totally excited. Whenever he gets to come out and play, he is very happy.
The outdoor event organized by the Taichung Tzu Ji Hospital is for children in need of early intervention and their parents. As the children have fun with the volunteers, their parents finally get to take a break and relax. Back inside the hospital, for the 8th consecutive year, the medical staff give members of the Faith Hope Love Foundation a free health exam.
I can truly feel the depth of Tzu Ji's love and care. It is truly sincere and practical. The love that stems from everyone's heart touches me deeply.
The parents are grateful for Tzu Ji's assistance to their mentally challenged children. Tzu Qing's also personally accompany each child as they undergo the examination. Though it is a Sunday, the medical staff are glad to put in the overtime to keep the circle of love going.
Recently, TIMA Philippines organized a free eye clinic at the Leyte Progressive High School in Tacloban, which was attended by 400 residents with eyesight-related problems. Following thorough checkups and diagnosis, 169 patients are now slated for surgery at the end of October.
TIMA doctors in the Philippines flew all the way from Manila to Tacloban to conduct a free eye clinic for local residents. The residents who attended suffered from blurred vision and eyesight deterioration, so after giving them a thorough checkup, TIMA doctors scheduled them for surgery.
I'm so thankful to the Tzu Ji Foundation for giving me the chance to have surgery on my eyes. I'm truly thankful to the Tzu Chi Foundation. This organization has assisted many poor and less fortunate people like myself. I've been to many hospitals already, but none was able to help me. But the Tzu Chi Foundation has given me hope. I will be able to see again and have a better life.
Today's eye clinic is being held at the Liao Progressive High School in Tacloban, the school which served as Tzu Chi's Relief Mission Command Center in the aftermath of Typhoon Haiyan in 2013. Although time has passed, Tzu Chi's love continues to flourish here.
I am so grateful to the Tzu Chi volunteers for organizing this free clinic. I know that you volunteers have been helping the people of Leyte province since Typhoon Haiyan. We are also extremely grateful to all the doctors who came all the way to hold this free clinic for the residents.
The 400 patients who came to seek medical attention included those suffering from cataracts, glaucoma, strabismus, and retinopathy. The Tzu Chi Foundation has already arranged for 169 of these patients to receive surgery at the end of October, so that their vision may be restored as soon as possible.
A resident of Taiping, Taichung, Yu Qiuyan has always been compassionate. After signing up to become a bone marrow donor in 2002, she was notified of a match in 2007. Though afraid of needles, Qiuyan courageously overcame her fears and withstood the pain of getting stabbed by needles to save the life of Han Qingrou of Nuzhou, New Taipei City. Now, 8 years later, Han is recovering well and looks forward to one day meeting her savior.
This journal that documented Han Qinrong's time at the hospital reveals her mother's anxiety at the time. As test results came back, it was one piece of bad news after another for the family.
Her mother wrote down everything that happened back then when she was hospitalized 8 years ago, so the journal holds a lot of emotions.
All test results were also carefully documented inside the journal, and fluctuations in the numbers signify changes in Qinrong's well-being. As the Han family waited for a bone marrow transplant, their hearts went on an emotional roller coaster ride.
It was quite natural, really. I just woke up that day and knew that was what I was going to do.
Living in Taiping, Taichung, Yu Qiuyan registered to donate her bone marrow in 2002. And in 2007, she was notified that there was a match.
My mom was surprised how fast it all happened. Who knew the opportunity to serve would come so quickly?
So Qiuyan immediately seized the chance to give.
I'm actually afraid of needles. I knew from donating blood that it would be painful, but I was ready. My mind was set.
Searching for a proper vein proved to be difficult with Qiuyan, so it took several painful steps to get a needle inside. Though her family at her side couldn't bear to watch her suffer, Qiuyan withstood the pain courageously.
She was determined to save a life. She was really brave. Finally, on the 7th try, the nurse got the needle in.
Qiuyan has been compassionate ever since she was young.
The award she received back in kindergarten and elementary school recognized her for her compassion rather than her grades.
While in college, Qiuyan also joined the Tzu Chi Collegiate Youth Club, so she knew everything about bone marrow donation. With the support of her mother, who is also a Tzu Chi volunteer, Qiuyan was able to complete the donation and save the life of Han Qinrong.
39-year-old Zheng Dagen from Fujian, China, who has suffered from dystonia and myoclonus for more than 20 years, saw medical treatment at Hualien City Hospital in August. After a series of tests, Zheng underwent deep brain stimulation surgery and physical therapy, which improved his condition. Since his treatment in Taiwan has come to an end, Zheng recently returned to China, taking with him the love and good wishes of the medical team and Tzu Chi volunteers.
After a 2-month stay at Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital in Taiwan, Zheng Dagen and his father are about to return to China. During his stay at the hospital, Zheng occasionally roamed around in his wheelchair as a form of rehabilitation exercise. The medical staff have become friends and family to Zheng.
回去好好复健。好，我们去玩的时候，我们组团去找你哦 ，OK 吗 ？OK， 好。
After Zheng said goodbye to the nurses, the doctors and volunteers also gave him words of encouragement.
对，
感恩。
On his way to the train station, Zheng tried to sing "We Are Family," a song the volunteers taught him. Accompanied by the volunteers, Zheng and his father got onto the train and waved goodbye to everyone, taking with them the love and care of Tzu Chi's medical team and volunteers. For 20 years, Zheng Dagen from Fujian, China, has not been able to control his limb movements, and his condition worsens over time. With the help of Fuding Hospital and Tzu Chi volunteers, Zheng's medical history was transferred to Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital's neurosurgery team. Then Dr. Chen Xingyuan suggested Zheng come to Taiwan and undergo deep brain stimulation surgery. Zheng decided to give himself a chance. On August 2nd, Zheng arrived at Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital. After a series of tests, including EEG, electroneurography, and electromyography, Zheng underwent surgery to implant electrodes in his brain on the morning of August 10th.
Since there are more blood vessels in the right side that we had to avoid, it took us some time. We wanted to use the safest method.
After the surgery, Zheng recovered well and worked closely with the rehabilitation department on occupational and physical therapies.
很好，很好，很好，就是这样，就是这样，就是这样，拧久一点哦。那我们算3秒钟，好不好？
Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital and Fuding Hospital held a video conference to discuss ways to adjust Zheng's electrodes in future rehabilitations.
Dagen is highly motivated, so we need to consider safety issues. We cannot let him practice dangerous movements. It is also safer to have a therapist or his family by his side.
Different medical teams across the strait are working together to help alleviate Zheng's suffering, proving that when there's love, there's hope.
We traveled to New Zealand at the end of the show, where local Tzu Chi volunteers held a one-day training as a way to mark the 15th anniversary of the local Tzu Chi chapter. By partaking in the event, many newly recruited volunteers have gained a better understanding of Master Zheng Yin and Tzu Chi's philosophy. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for watching DaAi Headlines. Goodbye.